Hey guys, it's Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the set today, we're doing things very different. So I got so many questions from you about my life and opening up more, and today I am so scared. That's why I have my friend Dawn here.
It's okay.
I'm like turning into a little ball. But we're talking about mental health. So I've gone through depression, anxiety, tons of stuff, and Dawn is amazing and inspired me to do this video. So that's what we're doing today, and sharing our struggles and tips that we have for you.
Yeah, because I have to say life isn't perfect. So we're gonna talk about it not being perfect.
So before we get started, I want to introduce you to my special guest, not Bunny, you guys know Bunny, but this
She's
is
the best
Dawn.
one.
Dawn inspired me to do this because I'm totally freaked out right now. So Dawn is amazing, and tell what you do.
Amazing. Oh, I'm a host and a social media influencer like this one who's inspired me in that world. Yeah, not this one, this one. Although
She
her
has
too.
a social media.
And I do like hosty stuff. I have a podcast called Dine and Dish with Dawn, and I do a lot of like empowerment speaking. I feel like my mission is to inspire and to help people live their best lives, because that's what I try to do every day.
She does. So I just want to, I guess, start with my past. I have been through depression like 3 times in my life, I think. Seeing a therapist, I was on medication, and I want you to tell your story because it was so, maybe it'll help me. I'm like getting all awkward. Your story was amazing that you told at the luncheon.
Well, you know, and the whole like getting awkward thing, I think that's kind of the problem, is that nobody wants to talk about this. Yeah, hug her and she'll make you feel better. But I think that it's really normal to get awkward, but unfortunately I don't think we should feel awkward, because everybody, I think it's 1 in 3 families are affected by mental illness.
Really?
So that doesn't mean they have it, but it means like their sister, their brother, you know, their cousin or their friend or their husband. But the thing is like in our family, pretty much every one of us has suffered some kind of depression or some kind of mental illness. So mostly for us, it's depression. But I've had a few little struggles with it. I started out, it was very eating disorder based, and I really had a hard time accepting myself, and I didn't like being different, and I didn't want to be.
Bunny.
Bye, Bunny. Bunny's like, I'm out. But I didn't want to be different, and of course later you realize that. I always say this, like I repeat myself, but the very things that make you different are the things that make you succeed, because they set you apart, you know?
It's so true.
It's very true. But when you're young and you want to be like everybody else and all cookie cutter, it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk in this video more about what we're doing now, but a quick recap. Basically, the first time I was depressed, I was living in London. So I spent a year abroad in London, and I mentioned this to you guys in my 16 Things You Don't Know About Me. My dad committed suicide when I was 13, and I never dealt with it. I was angry at the world, became a mean girl for a little bit. I was focused on other things. I never accepted it, and I had all this downtime in London. So they have these reading periods, and I would just go to museums and walk around and alone with my thoughts, which I think is the scariest thing.
Sure.
So fast forward to, I got really depressed, went home, went on medication, it got better, but I've had 2 bouts of it in the past. Now I'm better, but I still struggle with just not feeling good. You know, like I strive for perfection, and I just get like, I don't know like how to put it in words, but it's just never feeling like you're good enough or like doing enough.
Do you feel like uncomfortable? Like, do you feel like sometimes you just feel like uncomfortable, like in the world? Because I think that's frequent for people. I think that we all are told from fairy tales and TV and everything that life's supposed to be easy and it's supposed to be perfect. And
we're not necessarily easy, but it should be all planned out. I mean, I'm 33 now. I thought by 30 I was gonna be married and have this perfect home and have a killing it career and all this stuff. And you know, some people tell me that my career is awesome and great.
Yeah.
I don't feel that though. So just yesterday, like I've been going through so many relationship things, as you know. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out an old video I did about ex-boyfriends and going through it again. And so I got this text, and it just set me off in the worst mood. Like, I would look at my Instagram, I'm like, I'm not getting enough likes. I looked at my email, I was like, people don't want to work with me. Like, I was so depressed. Not depressed, I was just so sad all day, and I just sat on the couch and did nothing. But what I am proud about myself, and we can get to this later in the video about how to overcome it, when I made that video, I think it was a year ago now or 2 years ago, there were 2 weeks where I did not get dressed except to shoot, and I'd only shoot in sunglasses. So if you look at my blog photos from, I think it was August.
That's so sad.
I know. And I was crazy skinny. I didn't eat. Like, I had friends that would come over with a sandwich.
And you were already skinny.
I wasn't hungry. Like, I couldn't eat. And, like, my friends would come over with, like, milkshakes and sandwiches and be like, eat this. But I would just sit on my balcony in my robe and cry. Like, for 2 weeks straight. Like, did not move.
But see, that's really common because, I mean, I know my big bout of depression to where, you know, and I talked about this, I think, at the luncheon, was like me on the 10 freeway, and I was like, I could easily just take this wheel of my car and like end it all. And I've never been suicidal. I don't even call it suicidal. I just more had like a suicidal blip where it was like, I could end my life. So I almost can see people that are in such deep despair and pain. I know,
like,
but it's
so sad.
But at the same time, like those moments, and I think I remember talking to you during that time, because my breakup of 7.5 years, I thought the world was over. I was like, I'm not gonna have this husband I thought, or the children I'd imagined, or anything. And I realized that out of that ended up blossoming a whole other life. And I'm really not saying that like great consolation prize. I'm saying I would have like undersold myself by being with this person. And he is wonderful. He's a wonderful person. We are not good partners.
Right.
We love each other. We're still best friends. There's no funny business. Yeah, but you have to look at people like the people that are your lovers, your boyfriends, your husbands,
or
but
even
your husbands
friends.
are your partners.
But even friends, like I've experienced this with friends. I've stopped being friends with certain people because of the negativity in my life, because it's so true what they say about when one thing's negative and then it brings in all these, it totally spirals. And just,
it's a vacuum.
And you hear your friends talking about like, oh, the dating in LA sucks. Oh, like, you know, brands don't want to work with bloggers anymore. Like all this negativity, and it just like eats you alive.
And it's a choice to be negative. Like every day I can like wake up and I meditate. I do like this right now, like I'm doing the Chopra Oprah, and meditation has come in, and I like just take stillness in the morning because I'm such a people person that if I don't take a moment to myself, I mean, it would be like this all the time, like chatter, chatter, chatter. But I do. I take like about 20 to 30 minutes, and I like have my routine, and that kind of keeps me not only sane but happy and uplifted, and I feel very grateful. There's a lot of gratitude involved, and I also, you know, wonder what I can add to the world every day, because if I feel good, I'll promote good.
I totally agree. So I think that brings us, let's do a positive thing. It's funny, when I started this video, when I talked to Dawn, we didn't really brainstorm what we were gonna do. I just wanted to open up with you guys, and I thought I was gonna cry, but I think all the things I've been doing recently, and I've talked to Dawn about some of them, has helped me.
It's good to cry.
It helped me be more positive. So last year, when I was in the same position, I thought about quitting blogging. I was just like, what am I doing? Like, why do people even care about what I think? Like, yes, I was a fashion editor. Like, I have the credibility, but I feel like people don't care. You know, like, why do they care? And recently, what I've been doing is trying to open up more, and I think that's the beauty of social media. As hard as it is with social media, especially Instagram, you know, you're so worried about those numbers. Like, so worried about, I need to get this many likes and this many comments for the brands to like me, and then I realized, you know what, let me just talk to you. So I'm trying to respond to every comment, and thank you so much, by the way, for being so supportive, all of you, and obviously you, because I've made, like, social media friends and a social media community. I call you guys my SS Insta fam, and that has
I love
really
that, by the way. It's so cute that
thanks.
she calls y'all that.
I don't know, that's just really helped. So in other helping news, I just want to go over quickly what I've been doing. So I've been reading this book. I don't know where it is in my house. It's a mess. I'm doing a home renovation coming up soon. Side note.
Something to look forward to.
Yes, something to look forward to. So actually that is one thing. So having something to look forward to, I mean, I'm completely renovating my place. I'm going to show it to you guys, but even if it's just, you know, a project, a little corner, or a fitness goal, or just having like one project, if it's volunteering or starting a blog or starting a book or anything.
Well, there's this great quote, and it's like, you need 3 things to be happy in life. You need someone to love, and that can be family, a dog, like whatever, a friend, someone to love, something to do, and something to look forward to. And it's like, you can't be like, when you're depressed for 2 weeks, you almost got to take action. Like, there's this great thing, if you are going through heartbreak, God, we should do a whole other episode on that.
I know.
But if you're going through heartbreak, when I was going through mine, I did have that. just for a month, and I was voiceover acting, so like, I mean,
Right.
I didn't really have a place to go, and I was so depressed, but the one thing I would do every day is I would get up and make my bed. And I read this book called A Breakup because it's broken, and it's really great for like getting over something like that, but it was like messy bed, messy head.
I think
And
that's
I
brilliant.
love
I need to go
that.
make my
Make
bed.
your bed, because
I need to make
it
my
means
bed.
one thing you did that day.
That's
one
smart.
thing.
Okay, so
Accomplished.
I'm trying to do a lot of things, but that's just my type A personality. So this book I'm reading, Miracle Morning, I'm doing a whole blog post on it, which you guys can check out. But it's just doing, well, it's kind of like that. So it's incrementalizing everything. You know, like 10 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of visualization, 10 minutes of meditation. And I feel like I can get around that because I wish I could be more like you, and hopefully I will be soon, about being grateful and meditating, but I'm not. I'm like, high-strung person. So if you pass me, like, so this was my latest project. I did a vision board.
And it's beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. It's all artsy. So this is my favorite part of it. Stop and smell the flowers and discovering. So yeah, of course, you know, there's love and marriage and children and everything, but really just discovering yourself and focusing on yourself.
I love that. And I think having those visuals, you know, they say that, I mean, even like this meditation, I do the show for Oprah, which is a great way to get into meditation. You have to. It's so great because it's like, it really talks you through it every morning. So there are some mornings I fall asleep during it. There are some mornings I'm thinking about a million things, and then there's some that I'm in that zone, and it is like so healing. But that's all part of the thing. There's no perfectionism with meditation at all.
That's what I struggle with so much. I just, like I said in the beginning of the video, I just feel like I need to be perfect. And my favorite thing that everyone says is Instagram. I know I keep going back to Instagram, but it's so stressful in our lives right now. That it's just a highlights reel, and everyone is putting through these beautiful images. And so many times I feel like I'm not enough because I see, you know, these girls with their perfect homes, their perfect husbands, their perfect family. Everything is freaking perfect, and it's just
not
like
real. It's one corner. I joked one time I did this shoot, and I was like, it's one corner of my house. Like, I was painting my house. I had painters in there, and everyone was like, your house looks amazing. And I'm like, do you want to see my office where there are 90,000 boxes and I am not super organized like people think?
No, it's true. My bed is not made.
I mean, it's not real. But I mean, I'm going to tell you too, when you said, it breaks my heart when you say, I just want to be perfect, because do you realize that's not really even a real word? I mean, it is a word in the dictionary, but perfectionism is something to strive for, but it isn't something you get to be. There's not one person that's perfect out there. I don't know one. And even the ones that are perfect, sometimes that's why you have celebrities often just like crumble and fall apart, and drugs and eating disorders and failed marriages. It's because when you get put on this pedestal where everybody else thinks you're perfect, you can't stay up there.
It's hard.
You fall.
Yeah, and then another thing I read in my most recent book that really spoke to me was wherever you are in your life right now is where you're supposed to be. And
absolutely.
It might be uncomfortable. It might be sad. It might be making you like sweat. Like I'm sweating right now because I'm so nervous still.
We're getting through it.
I keep breathing. That's another thing. Deep breaths. But yeah, it just teaches you, you know, to accept your situation, and positive thoughts are so much more important than negative thoughts. They have so much more impact, and just changing it. Like, I was scared to do this video, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I hope you guys appreciate it and can relate. And I feel like we've been babbling forever, so I feel like we should end it kind of soon. But
well, I'll tell you one thing you can do, because you don't like meditation. I don't know if you guys do, but you're trying. But one thing you can do, Amanda from the Body Book, it's Cameron Diaz's blog, which is awesome. One thing that she taught me that I just love is, like, even if you don't meditate or anything, but you just want to get still, because I imagine the wheels in your head go like mine. Yeah. You can just like breathe in through your nose, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You hold it for 5, and then you exhale through 5.
Well, I've actually been doing this app. Great. I don't know where it is. I'll link to it below. Like, my phone's somewhere. But it's an app that has 5-minute meditations for free. Awesome. And I'm slowly working my way up to, you know, longer, but just 5 minutes. And I'll link to that below. I'll link to all Dawn's info, because you have to just follow her. She's amazing. Thank you. And the books that you suggest and the apps you suggest, because they're really helpful resources. And if you guys have any questions, you know, let us know in the section below. And I just want to chat with you. Let me know about videos you want coming up. If you want Dawn back.
I'll come chime in. Yes. I'll come say hey too. Yeah. And just remember, no perfect. There's no such thing.
No one is perfect.
Just do the next best thing. That's always the best thing to do.
Yeah, just being the best version of yourself, whether that's just making your bed or making a vision board. And then one little thing that helps me, I know it's so silly, but fresh flowers.
They cheer you up.
They cheer me up. Candles.
It's proven.
So I got you, actually, She's from Texas, so they're like,
I love these. This
Texas
just made my day.
roses.
How sweet.
And then one last thing. I feel like I keep going, but I've been learning so much recently I've been reading so many self-help books. Another thing is, you know, the love that you give to others, you'll get in return. So I'm not saying it to be selfish, but I've just found I've been trying to reach out to more people. I've connected with family members I haven't talked to in forever, friends I haven't talked to, and I feel like even just like sending them a quick email, sending them a quick text, you never know what you'll get in return.
I agree, and I can't wait to see like in a year where you are, because I think what you put out, you get back.
Yeah, so good energy vibes to all of you, sending you good energy in the YouTube land. Follow Dawn, all her information's below. Make sure to subscribe. Next week I have a totally different video for you, but let me know what videos you want, because this video was inspired by you. Love you guys. Bye all.